Welcome back everyone to Foundation. Today we are going to double our population and we are going to have a massive expansion, as you can see on screen right now what we are doing. So we are going to have a bit of a time lapse at the beginning. Well, actually most of the episode is going to be a time lapse. I'm gonna do a bit of a voiceover at the beginning before I leave you alone with the wonderful cozy vibes of the game, some medieval music and the lovely little movement of our villagers while expanding this town over here. Now, the last episode was really focused on making sure that our foundation, well, no pun intended, is absolutely working fine and we have the perfect starting position to expand from here. And as in most of these games, this is super important to have a lot of, nutrition and food for our wonderful villagers, because as we keep on growing stronger and more villagers join our village, the amount of food needed is obviously growing exponentially. And if you haven't set up a good, set up in the first place, using the same words everywhere anyways, you don't have the chance to expand quickly. So rapid expansion needs a very strong foundation, a very good and scalable foundation in terms of food, and I'm very happy that I had this. Now last episode we ended off without even having a bread production, and you'll see that in today's episode it's going to be very quick. We're going to have our farms and we're going to produce some bread, and I'm going to expand massively here on the two branches, the labor and the common path. We'll be unlocking quite a lot of these things to make sure to go on. And that is very important for us to, just making sure that we have the best available pieces and tools to have our expansion grow and do. Now, a few words about this game, because I'm not sure if there will be many more episodes. Just a couple more, maybe, to make this village very big and go to the end of the expansion path of the different, ways to beat the game, so to say. But I think most of what I wanted to test over here I have done, and I gotta say, this game reached a level where I'm super satisfied. Like, it's been very worth spending so much time in early access and listening to the feedback of the community. This is a very good game overall. It's a bit demanding, not gonna lie. It's very demanding on the computer side of things. I was a bit confused about that because you wouldn't anticipate that from the graphics, but obviously there's a lot going on, a lot of animations, a lot of pathfinding going on, so it kind of makes sense. But then again, it was a bit surprising to me. So in the end, apart from that, I must say the game really works, at least for me, flawlessly. I didn't have any single crash or whatsoever. Obviously, here and there, we have some problems with pathfinding and blocked entrances, but mostly I blame this to myself, building a little bit too, close to each other here and there. But the other thing obviously I'm pushing for expanding our village, but one thing I also need to mention is there is so much going on in this game. You can do so much that there's never a moment where it's just boring, okay? It's not that you're waiting for something. And in some of these games, like Banished has been an example for that, or also Manalord sometimes does suffer from that as well. When you're growing, you do have the times where you're just waiting. Like, everything is basically set up perfect and in a way that you like it, and then you just have to wait. You have to wait for the crops to grow, you have to wait for villagers to join, you have to wait for migration, whatever the game wants you to do, but you just have to wait. Even on, 3x, 5x, whatever the game offers you to go in quicker, you always have to wait. And honestly, that's something, sometimes it's nice in a game, but you don't want to have this too often, and you most likely don't want to have it for too long. So, at the end of the day, what I like about this game is that while you're waiting, there's so much to do. You can expand other buildings if you want to. You can expand your monuments, like the monastery or the church or the manor or even the castle. You can keep working on those things, and you don't even need to build this directly. You can just do this and then wait for the resources meanwhile. And once you have the resources, you already have your planned stuff done, and you can just click and it's done. Like, I really love the fact that you can plan ahead while other things happen. And that is a huge benefit of this game. That's a huge part of this game that keeps you enjoying it and keeps you busy while your town is growing naturally. And I think this is really the beauty of this game. Never seen that so much in a game before. And I really like that. I really do like that. However, this has been it from my voiceover today. You have a long time enjoying this. I know some of you guys like voiceovers, but others also like to just listen to the music and enjoy the meandering village. So enjoy that one for today. I'll see you in the real-time part. Alrighty, we are in the real-time part, and as you can tell, this is the spot where we ended up last time down here, and this is basically what developed today. It's quite a massive leap forward, obviously, and honestly, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with how that developed. You can see that this entire bit over here is the planned main city. We have some really, really nice spots down here to keep on further expanding in the village. I'm still debating with myself where I want to put more forest, because we are lacking a little bit of forest, and for some odd reasons our foresters don't really work. I'm not sure if I did something wrong, but they should be planting trees in here, but they seem not to do this, so really not sure what exactly is going on over here. It just worked before, but maybe my woodcutters are too quick. I don't know. But the overall expansion runs nicely. I did spend out this forest over here because that's where we do hunt all our boars, so there's no wood cutting going on over here, but we do obviously have a massive forest in front of us here, so I could keep moving our wonderful lumber camps over here. They do actually work here. It's not super efficient, but we do have quite some. Our rustic castle over here is starting to develop. I will move my sheep farms eventually. You can see the farms are down here. I want to keep this nice and tidy over here. Sometimes people, and also me included, love to have like a village down here just to the side of the river. But as we have so much space, I think I want to expand at some point maybe onto this island in front of us over here and just have the island in the main focus. I don't know, but like, you know, space is not really an issue. So this is why I'm not focusing too much on that. You can see I also have a lot of paved roads now. We do have a lot of these things happening. What I don't have that much is stone. I can actually see if maybe the paving is mostly done. It's not even done fully yet, so you can see I could keep on passing this down now, so they can keep on paving the road if they want to here. Gosh, what it's actually with painting these things kind of a mess if you see that, but at least I understand what has to happen here. Oh wait, I saw that this may actually be the issue here with the patrol. I also didn't figure quite yet how I can employ more people. I think somehow I have to build more buildings in here to get a bigger castle guardsman availability, or I have to build a second castle. I don't know exactly how that works, but I didn't spend time doing this. You can still see money-wise we have an issue. We need to spend money. Actually, you know what? We can just buy some territories instead. You know, I'm just going to buy that one, and I'm going to buy that one too. And also, while we are at it, we can you know what, we can just buy this one, and this one. Yeah, we've got that island now too. That's fine. I spent some money just to have some more money left. That's fine. Like, money never is an issue. You can see I started also on forestification with having some walls in here. Even though I must admit I also had some issues putting the gates in specific places. I'm still not entirely happy. Like, there's a gate down here, and there's a gate there, but there's also another one here. These three work, but I do want to have another one here behind our market space to not block the people off too much. I mean, it's okay. It's not too bad, you know. And then we've got the big church in here in the center that has a massive capacity now. It has a capacity of 312, so we can keep on expanding if we want to. And I'm going to get rid of this one relatively soon because we do have a capacity of 90, and like, it is working, but if I get rid of the rustic church, they should be able to go over here to this bigger one. So I'm going to get rid of this one soon. To provide some more living spaces for our people, because that should be our main area, and this is gonna develop into our main market area. There's still some space I can utilize over here, you know, branch out there. There's one tender missing, you know, I just can employ that one person more. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is we don't have any of these resources, but I wanted to go into honey production soon. So yeah, you can see there is a lot going on here. There's a lot to buy for the people. Still need to spend more time to make it look more beautiful. We have some new watchtowers everywhere to make sure that the fortification goes on, because our houses do need this. You can see some of them have patrolled, some of them haven't. No, actually, you know, I'm not sure why these houses down here have the first, or they don't have it really, because there's no one guarding this actually. So nothing to report because there is no one active fortification. We don't have too far from watch post. Yeah, because we don't have anyone to work there. But yeah, so I do have to admit that, as you can see over here, the patrol isn't really done. We need more of the guardsmen. to make that work. But this is something I'll spend time on the next episode, because at the moment it's not my main focus. My main focus was to grow. You can see 212 is our population right now, which is really good. It's really the growth I was anticipating for today's episode, so I'm very, very pleased with how that worked. You can see also living space, residential. I still have painted out somewhat, but we could, you know what, we could actually give them a bit more space already here to the right hand side. This is where I want to branch out anyways, so potentially they're going to build some houses there as well, and hopefully our density. Alright, so my hard drive was running full again. It's actually with these games where you record that long, my hard drive is running full relatively often, because I've got my recording on one not that big hard drive, just to make it quick and easily. But anyways, that should be it, guys. There's not really much more to talk about. You can see this is the final result. Let's get rid of the UI for once more to show you the beauty of this game, which it definitely holds. Like, I mean, just look at that. Look at that. The expansion is massive. And remember that was our part of the last episode we worked with, like the lower hand part here. And this is the entire expansion we had, including all of that. It's really massive if you see that. It's like almost 3 times the space occupied in comparison to last episode, but only doubling the amount of people living in here. So that's interesting, actually. That's very interesting. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. I certainly did. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this game. Do you enjoy it yourself? And well, I talk to you, as always, in the next one. Have a good time, and goodbye.